Hello again, everybody. Doug Russell back on the Doug Russell Television Show right here on sportsradio1250.com for this Wednesday, March 11th. The Bucks lost last night. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we have to pick the name of the day from the upside-down Milwaukee Braves cap. And we're going to bring in our new producer, Kyle DeLavi, who just started this week. He's known as number 4. So, Kyle, you get the honors of picking the name out of the hat. And Kyle, by the way, is all worried that I'm now Facebook friends with his sister. I'm going to find embarrassing pictures of him when he was a kid. So, who do we have?
Ricky Weeks.
We've got Ricky Weeks. We were talking about Ricky Weeks on the program today. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Now go back to your closet. Ricky Weeks, I mean, we say this a lot, and I don't know why we say this a lot, but it's an important season for Ricky Weeks, probably more so than anybody else, because the article came out in the Journal-Sentinel that Tom Hardecourt wrote that both Dale Swaim and Willie Randolph are working with Ricky Weeks to turn him into a legitimate Major League second baseman. There is no bigger lightning rod on this Milwaukee Brewers team right now than Ricky Weeks. Maybe it's because he was the number 2 overall selection. Maybe it's because he's the leadoff hitter. Maybe it's because that enormous potential hasn't yet been fulfilled at the age of 23. You just hope that Ricky Weeks fulfills his promise and his potential as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll do it again tomorrow when we pick another name out of the upside-down Milwaukee Braves cap. One thing that we are going to start on the program, and we started it earlier today, is it's not a countdown, but rather a count up. It has been 1,036 days since Ted Thompson brought in a legitimate free agent to the Green Bay Packers to help bolster them and help make them into a contender once again.
Oh, I have sizzle.
We're going to keep track of this each and every day until Ted Thompson does one of two things. Until he gets fired.
We don't think that's the best policy.
Or until he brings in an impact free agent.
Yeah, no.
Or swings a trade for a player to help the Packers now.
Well,
do Packers fans realize that it has been since May 1st, 2006 that Charles Woodson was brought in by Ted Thompson to be the only impact free agent that Thompson has brought in as the Packers general manager?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we're going to hold the Packers GM's feet to the fire each and every day. We're just going to remind you once again, 1,036 days since an impact free agent was signed by the Packers, and we'll just keep reminding you each and every day exactly how long it has been since Ted actually opened up the checkbook. Ironically enough, on tomorrow's Doug and Mike program, we're going to be talking about Ted Thompson and Ricky Weeks. Who do you have less patience with? Packers general manager or the Brewers second baseman? Also, are you smarter than Mike? We've got tickets for the Dave Matthews concert that is coming up. Also, the Def Leppard concert that's coming up a little bit later on this summer as well. Filmmaker William Pavletic will join us. He's got a new Milwaukee Braves book and documentary that we will preview. And also, on tomorrow's program, we'll go over the Marquette game against St. John's in the Big East Conference Tournament and look forward to the Wisconsin game coming up in the Big Ten Conference Tournament. That's coming up on Friday at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. That'll do it for this edition of the Doug Russell Television Show right here on sportsradio1250.com. We'll talk to you tomorrow and tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock on the Doug and Mike Show, cooked up by George Webb Restaurants on Sports Radio 1250 WSSB.